Welcome back to Flying Dutchman Cards, and today we have the Manager Mega Mix. So my brother and I were doing our 1989 Topps Retrospective and doing the Manager subset, and as we were going through that, I was like, man, I feel like I've seen a lot of these guys sign in the past before, so I was like, I need to knock these ones off my my list for my 1989 set, so let's send out to some. So a bunch of them signed, and we've got a bunch of returns to go through today. So let's get cracking. So first up, we have here from Phoenix, Arizona. So we have, oh, here we go, Nick Leyva. So he managed the Phillies for about 3 years, 89 through 91. So we got him here on the 89 Topps. Very nice signature. And then on the 91 Topps as well. So yeah, very cool looking signature for a decently short name. He definitely kicks it up a notch. Cool. So Nick Leyva for the Phillies. Next up, you can see this one's from Brockton, Massachusetts, and giving it away. It's Hall of Famer Joseph. Oh wait, nope. Sorry, this is a manager, not that Joe Morgan. Oh, nice. So we got Joe Morgan, manager Joe Morgan. So he was the Red Sox manager for a couple years, I believe 3 years. And we got him here on the 89 score. Very cool. Then 88 highlight, the AL win streak. Let's see what we got here. It was... they won their first 12 games in 19 of 20. Pretty awesome. So this was kind of a bonus one. It's not really a manager card, but it's got him on it. So he signed that. And then we have our 89 Topps. Very cool. Interesting fun fact about Joe is he, was not a two-time spark plug for the Big Red Machine, two-time MVP spark plug for the Big Red Machine, but he did manage the Pawtucket Red Sox in the longest game in professional baseball history versus the Rochester Red Wings in 1981. A great book that I read called Bottom of the 33rd. So there's a 33-inning game and went 8 hours and 25 minutes. So I'm sure he has tons of stories to tell about that. He is 89 years young and also signed a couple index cards for us, which is awesome. So I got that one. And then, I got this one, Red Sox manager, 88 through 91. So very cool. He gave us two different variations, which is pretty awesome. So Joe Morgan, the manager. Next up, we have one from Tampa, St. Pete. So this is, oh, awesome. I think he threw this one in. Whoa. Okay, well, let's come back to that one. So we have Jim Snyder here. That is our return. So when I was going through the set, got him here on the 89 Topps, and I was thinking, I was like, man, I don't feel like I've heard of Jim Snyder. The reason why I didn't, he took over mid-year in 1988, only managed 105 games, and then Jim Lefevre, who's the manager that I remember growing up as a Mariners fan. So got him here on the 89 Topps, 289 Topps. I feel like I only sent him one, so he threw in an extra one, which was pretty awesome. I did mention, that my two boys, so he threw that in. But then this is amazing. So it looks like, I'll have to look this up, but it looks like he signed it up there at the top. But I'm not, it'd be interesting to see who else that is, but that is sweet. So he threw in an extra card with 3 other guys' signatures on it. Maybe it's the managers. Maybe it's the other players in this shot. But that's really cool. So I'll do some research on that. See if I can figure out who those are. But wow, Jim Snyder knocking it out of the park. Send 1 card. Send 2 more back. And a bonus extra card. That is amazing. So... for managing for 105 games, that is an awesome return. So next up, we have this one here from Portland, Oregon. So we have, inside out, we have Tom Treblehorn. So as he's choking up on the bat there on the 91 Topps. And then Mr. Treblehorn as well in black on the 89 Topps. So he managed for about 6 years for the Brewers. Also managed the Cubs for 1 year. But yeah, he is credited. Rickey Henderson credited him for teaching him all he knew about base stealing when he was his manager or coach in the minor leagues. So that's kind of cool. So maybe some of those 1,400 steals that Rickey had, Mr. Tom Treblehorn had a little bit to do with it. So he was also manager of the year, I believe in 1988. I didn't write it down. Who knows? I'll throw it up on the screen. So yeah, so Mr. Treblehorn, very nice. Looks great there. Next return here is from Tampa, Florida. And then we'll just do this. Oh, awesome. So we have Jimmy Williams. So on our 1989 Topps, very nice. So he managed for a bunch of years for a bunch of different teams. I feel like I remember him mostly. I feel like he was on the Braves staff back in the day, and that's who I remember him with. But yeah, manager for the Blue Jays. So got him on the 89 Topps and then the 87 Topps. So doesn't look super enthused really in either of those pictures, but pretty cool to have some manager cards. I got a little bent up there, and that's okay. So 2 from Jimmy Williams. Next return here is from Westchester, New York. So we have, oh, awesome, Bobby Valentine. Very cool. So got him here on the 89 Topps. Got a little bit of smearage going on, but in black ink. Very cool. And then our second one was not signed, but you know what? That's okay. So he signed the 1. I'm glad he signed this one, but I picked this one because he has the awesome starter jacket. Those are like the coolest things back in the day. So threw that one in. I think I think it just depends. Sometimes he signs 1, sometimes he signs 2. So I was like, well, might as well try and see. But he was quite a character, and still is quite a character. Hiding out in the dugout when he was he got ejected from a Mets game, and he snuck back in costume and kind of hung out. Also pitched in Japan managed in Japan for a bunch of years. So very nice. So 1 out of 2 on that. Yeah, very nice return. Next up, we got one here from Greensboro, North Carolina, the Piedmont Triad area. Looks like we have a couple signed index cards. So what we got? Oh, awesome. So this is from Jack McKeon. So he was a manager for a bunch of years for several different teams, but probably most well known for his job in turning around the 2003 Florida Marlins and taking them to the championship. Came in the middle of the year, and they rode him all the way to the World Series. So pretty awesome. So got him here on the 90 Topps, and then an 89 Topps. So a little bit of bleed there, but that's okay. So very similar expression there. His nickname, he was also GM for a while, and he was known as Trader Jack, and so that was pretty cool. So very nice. So got 2 Jack McKeons, and then he also signed 2 index cards. So very cool. I always, if you are new to TTM, I always just love throwing in the index cards. Some people are like, I don't like them, but I think it's pretty awesome. Just I never really asked for them, but I always throw 2 in just for protection for the cards, and then a lot of times guys will sign them, and it's a couple extra returns there. So very cool. Next return here is from St. Paul, Minnesota. Our 2 index cards. Mr. Tom Kelly. So he was a 2-time World Series winning manager. Got a little thing there in that corner, but our index cards didn't do their job so well, but that's okay. So Tom Kelly, World Series winning manager in 87 and 91 with the Twins. I remember watching the entire. I'm pretty sure the entire 91 World Series. So that was kind of my formidable baseball fandom years. So very cool. So got him on the 89 Topps and the 87 Topps. So pretty awesome. So so the interesting part too is I always feel like he there's some guys that they look younger than they normally are, or just look older. He always looked like ancient to me, but like probably in this he wasn't actually all that old. In 50 he was 49. And I'm like, I don't know, as a kid I always thought that he was super old, but he was not. So legendary Twins manager for a bunch of years, and sweet. And then our last one here is from Santa Ana, California. So we have, awesome, Tony LaRussa, Hall of Famer. So obviously well known for being the manager of the Oakland Athletics, as well as St. Louis Cardinals, where he won his 3 World Series, one in 89, and then 2 with the Cardinals in 2006 and 2011. Also coached the White Sox, which is kind of interesting as well. Got him here though on the 89 Topps, kind of a little bit of a small signature, but that's okay. And then our second one, I had this Pacific card of his when he obviously played. So played a bit for the Kansas City Athletics, but I thought that was kind of a cool shot there. So ranks number 3 all time in wins for managers, which is pretty lofty status there. But so obviously the man, the myth, the legend, Tony LaRussa, looking like he can just sprint out onto the field and pinch run for somebody. But we talked a little bit about that in the 1989 retrospective, Doug and I.
LaRussa was ready. Like, I can also play.
About this card, but this was one I really like. So so awesome to get 2 of him there. So that is going to wrap up our 1989 Topps Manager Mega Mix. Obviously tons of awesome returns, tons of managers. Really, kind of cool to get those checked off. And if you haven't checked out that episode of the retrospective where we talk about the manager subset, we go into way more detail and tell you way more that you need to know about the design and what we think of the cards. So go ahead and check that out, and thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.